Whoa.
Whoa.
I'm save that for later.
Say what for later?
Did you not hear that?
No.
I did not.
Oh, you didn't? Okay,
No.
well. We live, y'all. What's going on?
Welcome.
How's everybody doing?
What's going on, people?
See what I am, where I got here.
Oh, you know what? I did have me a cup of cola.
Cola. Well, you got to get what you got there.
Mine's a little stronger than cola.
Let's see. There we go. I'm looking down at mine.
What was that comment, Drake?
So mine's a little strong cola.
I can't do it. I had to give it up.
I had to give it
Good
up.
man, good man. I'll get there one day.
Yep.
I just want to make sure everybody, let's see, make sure everybody can hear themselves. I can hear everybody on guess what? I can see that you're up there. All right, well, let's talk. I'm sure somebody will tell me if we can't hear it, because I can hear everybody, and it looks like everybody's levels are moving. So,
Yep.
we start the way we always start. How was your week?
My weekend.
2-1.
Huh?
Fantasy wise, 2-1.
Fantasy, 2-1 fantasy wise.
I did good.
What you do?
Surprised you want to talk about it though.
I think she got mollywopped.
Yeah, I guess you want to go and get it out the way.
Yeah, look, man. I actually had to tell my brother-in-law about himself too, man. I'm like, I didn't sign up to get whooped like that. I was trying to have some fun and play some fantasy football.
Yeah, it's always fun until the rabbit got the gun.
Man, it was. He whooped me good. It was over like what Sunday afternoon, really.
Oh.
I mean, I couldn't. My guys, let me see, can I find it? Because it was. I mean,
Sunday wasn't a good day for me.
It wasn't. It was a rough week. Now, and I was actually 1-2 this week, and like I said, now in Dreadful's league, I started. I climbed all the way to the top of the ladder, and
It was hot.
I am falling without a parachute here. I mean, it's like one loss after the next.
Well, get that. That is go.
Let me find.
You're falling and I'm climbing. I'm right behind you now.
Are you really? Wow.
Yep, I was down at like 5 or 6, and you was number 1. Now you're at 3, and I'm at 4.
It sounds like somebody coming for you.
See, let's see now. How bad did I get beat? It was 134.98 to 89.48, and I'm pretty sure. I mean, he didn't even really have a great. Well, no, he didn't. I had who held me down? Kareem Hunt, 6.7 points. Tyler Boyd, who I actually thought was going to be okay. And don't get me wrong, I know that Burrow got hurt, so that's something else we can talk about a little bit later. But I mean, that happened. Mark Andrews
got hurt.
Andrews got hurt on Thursday, and as soon as Andrews got hurt, and I wasn't even watching the game at the time. Like, I walk in the room and I'm sitting there and they're like, yeah, Andrews is out. And I'm like, the game just started. What do you mean he's out? Was he sick? I was like, was he sick? Did I miss something? What is going on? And once they said he was out, then I was like, I mean, it just ruined my week. Like Thursday night, I was just like, you got to be kidding me. And then what I actually thought about was that, we had talked about before about redoing how we do fantasy. Remember, we were having a conversation about if you pick a player from a team, you pick, like if you pick the tight end, you pick all of the tight ends on that team. And I was like, you know what? That might have worked for me last night. I mean, when I was thinking about it. But when, like I said, when Andrews went down, it set up my week to just be bad, because not only that, it was Baltimore versus Cincinnati. So also Tyler Boyd, because I had him on the same team, were both, basically not really doing anything. And what I was hoping, once Burrow got hurt, which, I mean, I feel bad for Joe Burrow, but once he got hurt, I actually thought that things were going to get better for Tyler Boyd, because I figured, the backup quarterback would not be so glued in the chase. He would, some of the other guys would get a little bit of love. But of course, much to my chagrin. And who else did I have that hurt me pretty badly? Oh yeah, AJ Brown. So
yes, he hurt me too.
At 1.8 points is what he got, and and again, I guess we can talk about that game too. But I mean it was crazy. Now don't get me wrong, there were some other things in here that weren't great, but I mean, like I said, once Andrews went down, I was sort of devastated.
I was the same way. I lost Burrow, and that's the league I actually lost in this week.
Oh wow!
So that hurt me. And then he's gone for the season, so I had to find another quarterback.
I
was good. He had already passed his by.
Well, yeah, that's true.
And you know who I got?
You got, who'd you get? Who do you have?
Tennessee quarterback.
Dude,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You got? Did he do anything for you?
I mean, he did like 12.
12.
Yeah, 12 points.
This is the thing again. So I have Lamar Jackson in a couple of leagues, and as far as I was concerned, Lamar Jackson is a set it and forget it quarterback. You just set it and forget it. But in one of those leagues early on, I said, Brock Purdy looks good. And so I picked up Brock Purdy. So literally, Brock Purdy is just sitting on my bench. But he's sitting on my bench, outscoring Lamar Jackson like all these weeks. And I'm like, it's like, dude. And of course,
you won't switch it.
Well, because, that's my point now. I'm thinking, is it time to bench Lamar for Brock Purdy?
I mean, you should have been done at least 1 week to see.
Now, but it's hard, because here's the thing. You think about it. Now, had I done it 2 weeks ago, let's say 2 weeks ago, they were on, 2 weeks ago, they were on their bye. But before their bye, they were on a 3-game losing streak.
Yes. And he wasn't looking good. I mean, like, he had gone from MVP conversation to who is this guy in the San Francisco uniform? Like, I mean, people were totally out.
Yeah.
But then what came back was he had whatever. They came back after the bye and just destroyed. Who did they play? I don't even remember who they played coming out.
It was the whole team. It wasn't just offense.
Oh, it was Jacksonville.
Right.
They played Jacksonville, and they
that's right.
destroyed them. Yeah, you're right, Big O. They didn't have anybody, and then everybody came back. Like, everybody's like, all right, we're ready to go, and it was crazy. And I mean, this week he had a perfect quarterback rating. And don't get me wrong, I don't think it translated to tons and tons of points. Let me see what the points thing was for him. Oh, oh no, 26.72 points.
That's what he got.
That's what he got. Now Lamar Jackson got me
On your bench.
23.96. Yeah, on my bench.
Okay.
On my bench. Now I won. Now I will say this. Now in this match, I did win. I was 150.36 to 121.56. And don't get me wrong. I mean, on this team, I got Lamar Jackson, yeah, Saquon Barkley, I got Warren, I got Addison, I got Johnson, I have Mark Andrews there too. And then I got like DJ Moore went off this week. The Buffalo defense scored like 21 points. And even my kicker, Seattle's kicker, got 14 points. I mean, I was good here this week. But my thing is that the upside with Lamar Jackson is the running. You know, he's always running. He's running.
Yeah.
So you always want to, you know, that's the thing with Brock Purdy. Now, of course, Brock Purdy's got all the weapons. So,
yep.
Yeah, what are you gonna do there?
You gamble and you take Lamar and sit him down.
You gotta play matchups.
At least 1 week to see. Yeah. Well, you should have been done it. You should have been done it.
Yeah, you're right. The thing is that I am thinking now about matchups. That's exactly because it seems like San Francisco's schedule is way easier than Baltimore's schedule. So this might be the week. And actually, yeah, it's Lamar. I got Lamar in that league. Lamar Jackson. He got me, like I said, he got me 23.96 versus the 26 that Purdy got. But still, Purdy is just, you know, he's if everybody's there, he's great. A couple of guys out, nothing.
Right.
And the other thing, and in Deebo Samuel, man, it's like, dude, where are you? And I get it. It's game flow, and he gets sort of lost in it. And he's participating. Don't get me wrong, he's in it, but he's not.
They just have too many weapons.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm kind of in the same boat as you are in one of my leagues with quarterbacks because I have, probably not as big, but I have Herbert and I have Stroud. Stroud's been putting up numbers, and Herbert can put up numbers. They usually do. So it's like back and forth. Who do I play? So I've started playing matchups. Okay, especially after the week that I had Stroud on the bench and he went off for like 400-something yards and 5 touchdowns. I was like, okay, I gotta look at matchups now.
Yeah, that is a good thing. That is a good thing to do, really, at this time of the season because it's getting short.
Yeah. Jasmine says, bet on Lamar.
So
bet on Lamar.
Bet on Lamar. Yeah, but I'm scared of Lamar now because, and the other thing is that. What the other thing that I'm nervous about with Lamar is the fact that he doesn't have Andrews to lean on. And don't get me wrong, I know I'm gonna try to pick up Isaiah Likely. I mean, that's his backup, and he's gonna slide right in. I actually, the bad thing is that what I would have done had it been possible. I'm still hedging my bets. I would have dropped him immediately that night if I could. I would have dropped Mark Andrews immediately. Now they're saying
which league you got Purdy in?
It's J Dev's our number 4 here. It's called it's not our league. It's just like one of the other leagues.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to try to make you a deal or something. So, but
you know what? Well, here's the thing. I did early on try to trade Purdy, but the guys wouldn't bite. I was like, dude, you need a quarterback. Brock Purdy. I mean, come on.
But he wasn't playing at first.
There was some ups and downs. I mean, everybody's got the question marks, right? But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to. I will do this thing where I go ahead and I'm gonna say, all right, who are they playing this week? and then I'm going to go boom. I'll take that guy.
That's why I wait till the end of the week to even. I mean, I might glance at it, but I wait till the end of the week to do any kind of changes, switches, or whatever.
You gotta look at the
I wait till the last minute for a couple reasons though.
I can't do it. I can't. I mean,
I might look at it. I just won't change it. I have it in my mind what I'm gonna do. I just won't change it, so you can look on there and see my changes to the last minute.
So you don't even look at the waiver wire, see who's out there, see if somebody made a stupid mistake and dropped somebody?
Yeah, I look at everything. I just won't change nothing.
So no, I
want them to think I forgot to change something.
That's true. But I'm always looking at that waiver wire. Like I said, when I found out that Mark Andrews was hurt and how bad he was hurt, I was like, dude, it's over. And even if, I mean, how many more weeks do we have in fantasy? I mean, only got about 3 or 4 more weeks. Even if he comes back for the playoffs, that's not for me. That's for him. So who had the dreadful? You said you had Burrow, so you got a loss. What are you doing? What are you doing for quarterback now?
Well, Russell's out there, so I didn't snatch him. I tried a waiver. He's on a waiver right now, so I'm trying to get him on waivers. If not Russ, I have no idea who else is out there, actually. I just saw Russ, and I was like, he's playing better. I'll try to go for him. Plus, I think I have Cortland Sutton in that same league, so that'd be a nice...
That's a little stack.
Yeah.
That's a little stack. Because Russ is playing better now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's playing good. I actually had him. Is it this league that I had him? I may have had him earlier on in this league, and it's like he was just mediocre at the time.
Yeah.
And so I dropped him. But now I need him again, so...
Nobody picked him up, and you came back and got him.
Nope. He's out there. See if he stays out there. Where am I on the waiver wire? I didn't check that. Let's see, waivers.
So let me ask this question. As a commissioner,
yes, sir.
Do you know the waiver wire, the way it works? So the way that I saw it is that whoever's higher in the order, because a 10-team league ranked 1 through 10. So let's say number 3 and number 7 both put in an offer for, just say Mark Andrews for the sake of argument, because I need a name. 3 gets him, right?
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
So that's 1 or 2 goes after him.
So yeah. So here's the thing. Let's say earlier in the week. Because let's say it's a late week waiver. So it's after that. It's after tomorrow, right? Or tonight. Right. And it's like, I say it's a Thursday. Somebody crazy brought Purdy, right? And I'm like, dude, right. I gotta pick him up. If I picked up somebody on if I picked up somebody on Tuesday, does that change my position in the waiver wire?
It should.
Okay, it does.
I believe it does. Okay. I believe it does. I think once you picked up somebody, I think it changes.
Okay. So then
I really never paid that much attention to it, but I believe it does.
Okay. Because I know I've tried to make a couple of moves through this. I had to contact another commissioner because I was like, dude, how is it that I didn't get the guy, and the guy who got him literally beat me this week? Van, what's going on, baby? What's going on, Van? Hey, way to make it over here, dude. Appreciate you stopping through. How are things going with you today?
Man.
Yeah, Vampire 360.
But it'll also depend on how many waiver requests you put in.
Okay.
Because like if you have one and then you put in another one, your first one will be your wherever you fall in the waiver wire. But your second one, it will go back around. So like whoever's next may get that person that you're after, and you won't get that one. You'll get your first one.
You get the first one.
Yeah, so that could be an issue as well.
All right. Yeah, it was. I was like, I said, I'm not. I don't want to be a Bob. But I really wanted that player. I don't remember exactly which player it was, but I was like, I really wanted that player. But yeah. So Big O, what's your record now? Do you know what your record is in the league now?
With us?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think it's 4 or 5, 5 and 5, something like that.
Yeah, hold up. I'm
Not good.
You say not good?
No.
Hey, you go right here. On you.
Yeah, I have one of those not good leagues.
But you won 124.62 to 71.56. You whooped up on some folks.
Yeah, I looked up this week because it was ugly. I was shopping like I was shopping at the grocery store trying to.
You picked up Shakir, the Buffalo wide receiver. You picked him up. That was a good pick. I picked him up also in Dreadful's league. That one touchdown that he got, what was it? I forgot it was how far it was. What was it? Well, he ended up with 115 yards, and I think it was like almost 80 yards. That one touchdown that he got. That was the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
Like that was it.
Yeah, but look, it was good.
Right.
Yeah, you are
touchdowns always help.
You are 5 and 6, Big O. In our league, 5 and 6. I wonder what that. Let's look at the league. Let's look at our let me see the playoff bracket. If it were today, you'd be on the outside looking in. I'd be the 6th seed in that league. I am right now. I'm also 5 and 6. I think I got more points than you do because I'm at the bottom. One more loss and I'm out. It's gonna be a wrap for me. So I guess I don't even. And the thing is that I'm not even. I had to because of course again this whole Mark Andrews thing. But I have in this league I have Njoku as my backup tight end, and I'm actually pretty happy.
That's the backup.
Because I think I saw today that Cleveland is starting Joe Flacco. Is that
really? That can't be right. After the rookie just had a good game, why would they bench him now?
Let me see.
I'm pretty sure they're starting a rookie.
They're going to start him. Let's see.
You said Cleveland, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the depth chart.
Yeah, they started the rookie the last game and he won.
Okay.
So
yeah. Okay.
Matter of fact, he led the game-winning drive.
Yeah, he was in. I saw it. He was in tears on the sideline. He deserves it. I mean, he deserved it. And the thing is that to be honest, I hope he does start because he was loving Njoku too. So that's going to be nice for me going from Mark Andrews.
He's always loved the tight end.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I heard something about Joe Flacco.
I couldn't do it. Well, I was back in the hospital today, so I couldn't do no reading today. So I was back on duty today, so I couldn't do anything.
You couldn't. Got to pay attention to them doors, boy. Just every folks be rolling in.
It ain't the doors. It's my people. I gotta watch. Make sure they still doing what they supposed to do.
Let's see. I want. Go back again. I want to see. Let me see. Can I find this Joe Flacco news?
Is it raining outside again?
It was raining here.
It's raining there?
Yeah. All this rain. It's supposed to start raining here tonight.
And I sound like it's raining now, but I'm not sure.
I'm not looking forward to that at all. Because tomorrow, travel day. Joe
So they signed Joe Flacco. They didn't
Oh,
say he
they
was starting.
signed him. Okay, they signed him. Okay, all right. Okay, so they needed some insurance.
Right. And actually, looks like they only signed him to the practice squad.
Yeah, but they can elevate him when they want him.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was gonna say, I don't know. So what did y'all were you able to watch last night's game with the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas
I watched almost to the like 5 minute mark, and then I went on sleep.
You sleep.
I watched most of it. I was in and out.
It was over with by that time, so I was like, okay, I can go nod out.
KC should have won though. Too many drop passes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They
Too many, especially the last drive. It was ridiculous.
I mean, those guys. So here's the thing. So does that game, based on what you saw, does it say more about Philadelphia or more about Kansas City?
Does it say
Probably more about Philadelphia, that they need to do better because they should have lost.
They should have lost. They have some things.
In my opinion, they should have lost.
Some things.
Yeah, they got some things to work on. I think they're still good in the NFC.
Because I mean, look, they're 9-1,
Right.
and everybody thinks that they're headed straight for the Super Bowl. But the thing that makes me nervous about Philadelphia is that they're like I mean, let's be real. If Kansas City would have caught that ball in the end zone, game over, right? I mean, it would have been game over. That drop pass was the ball game. But the thing with Philly, it's just like, I mean, even Hurt was talking about. I mean, they haven't played really the way Philadelphia. I'm expecting.
Are you talking about the last catch that Kelsey dropped?
The fumble or the pass? Because he had the fumble.
The last one was
a fumble earlier.
No, the last was a drop.
Where right,
he had a drop on that drive. Yeah, he had a drop on that drive, but then he redeemed himself and caught the next one. Yeah. And then the other tight end had a big drop. It was like 4th and 25, and it went right through his hands.
Yeah.
And then you got Valdez Scantling to drop the touchdown. Dude, I said it was like 4 or 5 drops just on that drive.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, it was so I don't even really know how to say it. The thing is, well, here's the other thing. They were saying if I heard some commentators say basically if Travis Kelce has a good game, Kansas City has a good game. If Travis Kelce has an off game,
it's been working. Yeah,
it's
they're all right. That's where it's been so far.
And so that's like, I mean, to be that dependent on a guy, and don't get me wrong, let's say that dependent on a guy that's not the quarterback, right? Because even with, I mean, we talked about like Philadelphia, Goddard is out. And I mean, they got Swift, they got AJ Brown, and then they got Smith. And so if you got, I mean, AJ Brown had 1 catch for 8 yards. I mean, that's what he had yesterday. I forget what the score of the game was, but I mean, it was what, in the 20s or something like that, that they won by. Yeah. I mean, this whole tush push thing, brotherly shove, whatever you want to call it. I mean, they are killing with that. That's just, I mean,
it has worked every time so far.
I mean, it's crazy. I wonder who's the defensive coordinator who's going to come up with the stop for that? Because somebody's got. I don't know what you do, but you got to do something. There has to be something that you can do against that. Because but I do fear that the stop for that is going to lead to an injury. Like you know what I mean? Like because the thing is that and I don't know if it's legal or not. I don't know all the rules of but can the guys get behind their defensive linebacker like that and start shoving people?
It's just a shove.
It's been, I've seen them do it forever. So, I mean,
Because, if you get some of these backup linemen in it
right,
and
just put him at linebacker.
Yeah, put him at linebacker.
I mean, that's an idea. That's an idea.
And you ain't got it. I mean, look, if you know it's coming, and on fourth and or let's say on 3rd and 1 or first and goal from the 1 yard line, it's coming. This is what they're going to do.
Right. If they need 1 yard, it's coming.
And so you throw, and I'm not saying put 2 of them back there because they can raise up and throw the ball, but put one.
Right. They did do a fake once.
300-pounder back there behind that line.
Yep.
Let's shove. If we go shove, let's shove. It's like a bad tug of war. So,
like some rugby.
Yeah.
Yep. Rugby scrum. Yep.
Exactly. Yep. So Big O, I know you say you don't look at your lineup until the end of the week, but I mean, have you looked at it? Have you looked at it at all? I know you knew you won, so I know you looked at it. But have you not previewed next week at all?
Not yet. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not going in tomorrow. I got a couple things to do tomorrow, so maybe I might get to it tomorrow. Because all this week I'm at the hospital. I'm not at the school. I got plenty of time to do nothing. But at the hospital, it's busy all day long. So, yeah, I'm off tomorrow. So I'll guarantee I'll look at it tomorrow.
I'm
so have you ever come back and looked at it and you had like a bunch of injuries? Or a bunch of buys?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, what am I gonna do?
Yeah. Crystal and all that, yeah.
Oh,
but I work good under pressure, so it's no thing. That's what my job is about every day. Pressure. But it's no pressure.
No pressure.
Is Houston's defense that good? I don't know. Jacksonville and Houston play this week.
Yeah.
Does Houston have?
Houston won the first one, right?
Did they? I
think they won the first one. First matchup.
Let's see.
I'll check, but I'm pretty sure they won the first matchup.
When did they play? Like week 2?
Yeah, they played early on. Houston. They play September 24th. Yeah, they beat him by 20.
Remember?
Oh, wow. Houston beat them by 20?
Yeah, 37-17.
Okay, so then perhaps I should be on the hunt for a quarterback. I have Trevor Lawrence playing this week, and I do not have a backup. I have all but dropped all backups to quarterback because it's Trevor Lawrence.
It's Trevor Lawrence, and he had his bye. Do they have their bye yet?
That's right.
Yeah,
he's had his bye.
Yep, that's the way I was with Burrow. I was like, I dropped all quarterbacks because I have Burrow, and he had his bye, so I'm good.
And in this league, we actually have an IR spot, which is currently occupied by one Justin Jefferson, who has also announced that he's not coming back until he's 100%.
Oh, okay. I thought he was going to be back like next. Isn't he like eligible to come back next week?
He can come back next week. But I think they won this week.
They did, I think.
Yeah, let me verify. Week 11.
Minnesota.
No. They lost. That's right. They lost to the Broncos by 1 point. That was because that was. I think last week I was talking about this. I think like what I was thinking was that um, Justin Jefferson would come back after a loss. Like as long as they kept winning, he wouldn't come
Oh
back.
yeah, you did
But
mention
the
that. Yeah.
but the one problem right now, I think, is that he is they have the bye. Like they have one more game and then they have their bye. And I think he's rolling the dice on just coming back after the bye.
After the bye.
Yeah. I think that's what he's gonna do. Because let's see. I'm gonna look at week 12 and
Week 12, they have the Bears.
yeah.
Monday night
It's a
football.
Monday night game. So he see that's one of those things they should beat the Bears. So he's going to he's probably going to rest another week and then come back. I would love to have him against the Bears, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Speaking of teams who keep losing, my Tennessee Titans.
Yes.
Keep losing. And the bad thing is, and here's the thing, it's just bad. They play Carolina this week. It's like okay,
That's going to be an interesting game.
It is. Well, the problem with it is that at this point, both teams want to lose. It's like who can lose better? Because, well, Carolina. I guess I take that back. Carolina didn't necessarily want to lose because they don't own their pick. The Bears own their pick, so they actually want to win because they want their pick to be as bad as possible. So
plus, it's not like they're in the market for a quarterback unless they've given up on Bryce already.
No, I don't think they have.
I don't think so.
I think what it sounds like to me is they've given up on their coach. Yeah, it sounds like they've given up on the coach. Is what it seems like. The coach, yes, exactly. So because like the Colts let him go, and then like a week later he was in Carolina, right? And that's sort of what happened.
No, they didn't hire him until the next season.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It seemed like a blink of an eye there. I was like, dude, he's already done it.
Yeah, it was like almost right after the season was over, but yeah, it was the end of the season.
Yeah.
But he's just too predictable. He's too stale in his play calling.
Man, it's gonna be. I mean, it's a lot of coaches, man. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't watch a lot of college football. I don't follow a lot of college football. But do y'all know anything about this Harbaugh thing in Michigan?
I do not.
Only what they said.
What they say? Because it sounded like it was just a thing about stealing signs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, like, didn't he have, like, somebody with a cell phone behind the team or something like that?
Yeah, they said it was
another coach.
No, I think this was, it said it was like some real elaborate type of setup where this guy was going. But here's the thing about it. Along those lines, it's just to say along those lines. I thought you were supposed to scout the other team. I thought that was what, like you had a guy.
You can do that. I mean, a lot of teams do that. I mean, how else can you watch film?
Right. You watch film. You have a forward guy who goes to the game of the team that you're playing next. Watch for tendencies, things like that. I mean, is that really like stealing signs? It's like it's studying your opponent.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how you do it.
Yeah, he was on the other sideline.
Yeah, I think he was like on the sideline, like right behind him with a cell phone.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I think I heard something like he was actually like in like the like a jacket for the team he was looking at.
Yeah,
like he was a fan.
Yeah,
so okay, I guess I mean, if all this is true, like I'm just.
But I mean,
I see.
I don't see why they sweat it because I mean we talking about it. Everybody else talk about other teams. They talk about on sports. They talk about on every sports show in the world. So I mean, if you really want to know something about a team, all you gotta do is listen to it. So that can be. It had to be because he was on their sideline.
Okay.
Right. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's just how you do it.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can watch all the film in the world, but you can't just be right there.
Yeah.
And then huddle.
It's just one of those deals. I was like, well, the other part of that is that with all of the openings that are going to be, in the NFL this season, is it possible that he comes back to the NFL? And I think it is. I mean, the thing is that sometimes I believe that college coaches get tired of the headache of, well, I'll say of the rules, right? And the college that's going on. So, but because what he used to coach at San Francisco, it is a bunch of kids. I mean, there's always talk about everything, right? Because of course there's also talk that Dion will leave Colorado. People trying to get him to come to one of the the Big Five or something like
Texas.
that. Yeah, Texas.
Yeah, it's one of the schools. I thought it was a school in Texas. Yeah, can't remember which one, but.
And of course, he has said no. But I mean, I'm sure right when he was at Jackson State, I mean, he wasn't talking about going to Colorado either. And I'm not saying that he should leave. I don't think he should. I think I like him at Colorado because it's like if he goes to Texas and he doesn't win, I mean, he's going to have all kinds of problems. Now, and just him being in Texas, I don't think that. While I do believe he's going to bring people with him, he will attract some people.
Of course.
He's definitely attract somebody.
Oh yeah, he's got a scale.
But he lived in Texas. So.
Yeah, it's the winning that really gets it. That's
right.
Really. Because I
think it's too soon for him to leave Colorado anyway. So.
Yeah, it doesn't really make a lot of sense for him to leave. Yeah.
I mean, how long was he in Jackson though?
He was there for about 3 years.
He was there. I want to say it was about 3 years.
Yeah, I think it was 3 years because it's like a year during COVID and then the following 2 years.
Yeah, because he was there for him. He was there. But okay, so to change direction just a wee bit. I know y'all
just a wee bit.
Y'all see the chat has been the question's been popping up a couple of times here.
I haven't seen.
You haven't seen? Well, look, I'll ask it. I'll just ask the question. So, because we're talking about that.
Somebody's saying mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes or something.
Yes, so that's the question. That's the question. That is the question. Mashed potatoes or sweet potatoes. Now, here's the thing. It's Thanksgiving, so we got the Thanksgiving week coming, or Thanksgiving.
Well, Thanksgiving is automatically sweet potatoes.
Yeah, automatic sweet potato. Big O.
That's just Thanksgiving, though.
I mean, if they just talking about for Thanksgiving dinner, yeah. But
no, that's my question. I put that there. That's I got my stream elements keep populating that question up. I popped that in there.
Oh, okay. I seen it. I was like, I didn't read it.
Like stream elements. It's my moderator.
I don't eat sweet potatoes, so.
What? Are you serious?
Not anymore. You know how many sweet potatoes we ate?
You know what? I'm sorry. I forgot. You. I'm sorry, bro. But I cannot wait until I get to the pot of sweet potatoes. And I mean, I'm coming in the worst person ever because I'm showing up on Thanksgiving. And so I'm likely not gonna be able to help cook or anything. And so, Dad, if you're watching, I'm sorry, dude, but I'll do all I can. But I'm looking forward to sweet potatoes. Okay, so along those same lines, turkey or ham. Now you can't pick them both.
Ham.
Turkey.
I know you're turkey, you're ham.
Ham.
So are you non-pork? Dreadful.
I'm non-pork. Yeah,
you're non-pork.
Okay.
But you know, I did have a good ham. I mean, a good turkey from Honey Baked Ham. It was honey baked turkey. Yes.
Really?
Go try it.
I will now that you mention it.
That does sound good. That's
Yeah.
Yes, it
I've not
does.
heard that one before. Honey baked turkey.
Yep, from Honey Baked Ham.
You know what? Honey baked ham place not too far from here. So yeah.
I was gonna say, I might have to try that off season. But, you know.
Will you be here this week?
Yeah, I will be there. So, because again, is your mom making caramel cake?
Who cares? I don't eat that.
Yeah, I know you don't. I know you don't, but you know the answer. That's the thing. You know the answer. And guess what? I know that means I don't have to fight you for a slice.
No, only the strawberry cake.
Oh, she's on. Oh,
But you know where she's gonna be at. She's not at home.
wait. Who's she gonna be with?
She's been at Sandra's house for the last 2 weeks.
Really?
You know, she had an operation on her ankle.
Yeah. No, I know about that. I didn't know that she was staying out there. And I guess I should have, because the other day they were talking about somebody was trying to call her and nobody could locate her. Or something.
Yeah, the twin. I think it was one of the twins.
Yeah.
But come home on Fridays and go back on Sundays.
Oh, okay. Well, but she gonna be cooking. She gonna make them cakes. She always make them cakes.
She's cooking at Sandra's house. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna have to make it out there. I just make it out there. So okay. Now the one thing that I miss is pecan pie. I honestly miss pecan pie. I am a huge fan of pecan pie. And the reason I miss it is that both of my children have peanut tree nut allergies. Got out the pair. So we don't have them. Now I have myself tried to make alternatives. And I actually one time I think I made a sunflower seed pie. Yes. So you basically you buy the sunflower seeds, just the kernels, and instead of pecans you use the seeds. Now it makes a pie, and it's it's fine.
Of course it did.
But
how did it taste?
It was not pecan pie. It was not pecan pie, and I'm telling you, that is the one. That's that one thing on Thanksgiving now that I miss. I really miss it because I don't eat sweet potato pie. I don't eat pumpkin pie. I don't eat either.
Okay.
And it's not a thing. It's just I don't, and it's not that I don't like them, and it's not that I've never had them, because down in Atlanta, guys are selling pies on the street all the time. So I've definitely had them. They're not my favorite. But I mean, like I said, now I've gotten to the point now where if I don't have pecan pie or my aunt's caramel cake, I'd rather just have another big helping of dressing and some more turkey and some mac and cheese.
Oh, is that on the menu over there at the house?
You know what? I don't honestly. So here's the thing. I'm going to get into town Thanksgiving Day. Hopefully first thing in the morning. I'm going to try to show up first thing in the morning. So if I need to cook, and I tried to tell them already, because he's got a shopper. So I hopefully I got everything I need. I have to make some macaroni and cheese. If he hadn't made it, I gotta make it.
I'm pretty sure if he's getting up cooking, he's doing that.
Well, he's got a ham, he's got a turkey, and and I'm sure he's doing those, and maybe he'll make some cornbread to make the dressing. But it's that's a lot of energy and it's a lot of stuff he's gonna have going on. So I'm gonna talk to him again tonight and see what he's gonna do or what he's not doing. Because I talked to him earlier today, just to see what was going on, but I didn't talk to him about cooking. Like I didn't talk to him again about cooking. I was trying to talk to him about who was gonna be there.
I might have to slide on through.
It's we'll be there. We'll be there.
Yeah.
So what's on everybody else's menu for Thanksgiving?
I don't have a clue.
You have a clue?
I don't have a clue. I gotta work, so I ain't even thought about it. I just was invited. My niece, one of my stepsister's daughters, I saw her cooking on Facebook. And I asked her, I said, "When you know how to cook like that?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, I would like to taste that." And she's like, "Thanksgiving Day, show up."
Okay. Well, that's cool.
I'm going to ride by there for a minute.
You gonna be that you gonna have all your Tupperware in the back. You just gonna make pops stop here, stop there, get out.
Really, it's only gonna be more. It's not gonna be more than 4 stops. So
no.
And it might not. It might just be 3. I don't know. I don't know.
You know the thing that sometimes for me, of course, around for Thanksgiving and Christmas for that matter, you have that big feast or whatever, and then I'm like totally over it. It's like, dude, I just want a pizza. I want a greasy pizza. That's like the next day or so. I'm like, dude, I just want a greasy pizza. That's it. That's all I want.
Now, my thing is cut this ham up. You know what I mean? Just cut this turkey up and make some sandwiches. That's what I want to do.
The cold sandwiches.
Sandwiches, turkey salad.
The salad, turkey salad.
Turkey salad, yeah.
That actually sounds pretty good. Maybe I have to do something like that. Maybe because it's not gonna be many of us. It's gonna be, it's just me and my family and my dad. So we're gonna have a lot of food and a lot of stuff left over. And I'm sure my daughter can take some back with her to school. So that's gonna take care of a big portion of it. But maybe I can maybe I freeze some and throw it and ship it to myself. And just what the thing is if you freeze it, and what does it take, a day or so to mail to you, and it should be fine. They always ask you if it's anything perishable, but
right.
Yeah. It's just a box. Don't worry about what's in it. Listen. I had and J Mad, if you're out there, I hope you're out there listening. But he had asked me once before. He's up north, and he said he wanted the red smoked sausages, those red smoked sausages. And so I actually did that for him. I actually froze it. I took a couple of days and got them all nice and frozen, and then I threw them in a box and I shipped them up. And his wife was mad at me because she said he got them, but he wouldn't share. It's like he gave me a little bit, and then he wouldn't share. So I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, we used to have to do the same thing when we come to Memphis to get some, because we couldn't find them up there in Nashville. And then I think it was Gerald, his wife came to town, and they found them in some store. I'm like, y'all was shopping because we've been here how long? We ain't find them.
You got to go to the right spot. I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
Like there's a spot here that I haven't been in. They have Piggly Wiggly here, and I haven't been in yet.
Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly, yes.
That used to be my favorite spot in Nashville.
Exactly, and the thing is that the reason I haven't gone in is that I know I'm gonna be back there at that meat department.
Fried meat. I just gonna say fresh meat.
Wanting to, I mean, the meat usually Piggly Wiggly, the meat at Piggly Wiggly is usually really good. The meat department is usually
right. Exactly. That's why I loved it.
Yeah. So.
And it wasn't a big store either, so I can go in and come out. I ain't got to go around a whole store. It take an hour, you know what I mean?
Exactly. All right, so okay, so I asked earlier because I'm looking. So do you guys know any alternatives at tight end? I'm going back to fantasy. Any alternatives at tight end? Because since I lost Mark Andrews, now in I think in Dreadful's league I did, like I said, I picked up Likely, but in one of my leagues I don't have a backup. I got to figure something out. And let me see. Let's go to that league and let's just see who's available. Because let me be sure. I do not have a backup tight end. Oh, I take that back. I guess I do. I have Taysom Hill.
Oh, which is actually the tight ends to have.
And I was gonna say, which is actually not bad.
That's the tight end to have.
Yeah, I was gonna say actually that's pretty good.
He's supposed to have no problems at all.
Man, I'm looking for a problem. I don't even have one. Man, I'm gonna look at it. I'm looking at yards. I'm creating an issue. I'm just gonna create an issue. What other tight end is available in this league? Let's see. Dallas's tight end Ferguson. I don't know much about him.
He's not a bad pickup. They have a couple tight ends though, but Ferguson, I think he's more targeted than I think they have a rookie. Or Ferguson rookie. I thought they had a different rookie. But yeah, I think Ferguson's more targeted than the other tight end.
And then they got Kyle Pitts. Look, Atlanta for me is all over the place. They're everywhere. And I have Drake London in a league somewhere. It's like it's maddening to play him because it's like it should be, but it's not. It's like play him.
It should be, but it's not.
But wait a minute.
Offense is too much like old Baltimore offense. It's all tight ends and running backs.
Yeah. So did anybody find out what was going on with Bijan? Why they weren't playing him? And I say they weren't.
I did
why
not.
He wasn't playing.
With who?
Bijan Robinson. He's the running back for the Atlanta Falcons. He's a rookie.
Okay, I'm not for sure. No.
He's awesome.
He's their offense, basically.
He is.
At least he had been.
Major then.
Well, it just seemed like it was, here's the thing. This is the thing that sort of bothers me. Just well, I'll say it makes me nervous. Some of these guys, as they're coming out of college now, and I know I'm being a generalist in saying it, they want to run the team. Like you say, I want to be basically the owner, and I understand. I know. Look, if you can command that, fine, perfect. Go ahead, do what you got to do. But like I know, like the word is, I've heard, and I want to not believe it, but I don't know if I think I do. That Caleb out of USC says that he wants partial ownership in the team when he comes out, whoever drafts. It's
I heard something like that.
Yeah, it's like, dude, what are we talking about here? Just get in the league. like you said, I don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe that he said that. I want to believe that that's just a rumor, or he said it jokingly, and people have just been running with it. That's what I want to believe. But again, there's that part of me who believes that, because I mean, remember like back in the day with Eli Manning, Eli was like, I'm not going to the Chargers. And they're like, dude, well, we're going to draft you. You're going to be in the league. No, you're not going to draft me. I'm not playing for the Chargers. Because I mean, I have heard that Caleb's parents or something, his dad, they said if they don't like the team that drafts him, he's going back to school. So I'm just going back to school.
Get it too. I mean, yeah, might as well. He still can make some money.
Yeah. So that's another thing I didn't. I don't know too much about is the I guess it's the portal, college portal, where these guys that can actually make money now.
Yeah. No, that's an NIL. I mean, they can make money through the portal through NIL, but yeah, it's mostly NIL.
So how does that work? Is it just
not necessarily boosters, but like they can, earn money off likeness now. They could Caleb's in like a bunch of commercials.
Yeah. Like that. Yeah, they can get money off of it now. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So without NCAA jumping down their throats.
Right.
Okay. Right. So that's cool. That's good. No, don't get me wrong. I think that's a good thing. I mean, these schools make hundreds of millions of dollars off of these guys.
Hell yeah.
So,
right. And they wanted to keep it all.
Right.
So they fought it tooth and nail.
Yeah. So, I'm not mad about that at all. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, some of these things with some of the rich, and I was hoping that Bijan was not doing that. Like I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if anybody heard anything or anything like that. I know they had like a couple of weeks where he felt like he should have been in. Like it was that whole thing where he was sick, but they didn't report it. And then he like played like 2 snaps or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was
I
like,
dude, what was that?
What was that about? And so I was wondering if he was just really sick and that's what it really was, or was it some sort of a ploy or something like that. But man,
that's a good question.
So you know what? So we got. I'm gonna see. I want to look at something here. The standings. So okay. So if I'm looking at the AFC East. So AFC East: Miami, Buffalo, Jets, New England, and of course Miami's leading that division. Do we believe in Miami? I mean, Miami
to make the playoffs.
Well, they're definitely going to make the playoffs. They're going to win the division. I think they're going to win the division. But I mean,
what will they do after that?
Yeah, they're against teams with winning records.
Right, like I said, they can only beat losing teams. So
So
that doesn't bode well for the playoffs.
Yeah, it's like what are y'all going to do here? And then we go AFC North. Now, we've talked about AFC North for the last couple of weeks. AFC North, Baltimore, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. Now, Cincinnati's done, right? I mean, do we agree with that? I mean, Cincinnati, they lost their quarterback for the season.
Right.
They didn't bring anybody else in, did they?
Don't think so. I think they're rolling with Zach Browning, I think that's his name.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna look at
it. Unless their defense takes over and they got to get a strong run game, he has weapons. So if he clicks with his weapons, if he actually makes decent passes, they could have a Brock Purdy situation.
That's true. So it looks like Higgins is still questionable. And so they got
Mixon. Higgins still out.
So you got Boyd, Chase, Mixon. I mean, those are they're awesome weapons. The wide receivers in Cincinnati are great. So they are
right. I'd say that they're right. So again, as long as he can get them the ball, You might have another Brock Purdy situation.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Let's see. Let me go back. Let's go to
But he has to be able to do that. So, and in that division, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, right.
With the defenses.
The thing is that I still believe Baltimore's going to win this division. Cleveland, if not Baltimore, then Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
Because, man, and I go from topic to topic real quick. But how? I think you said this, was it last week or maybe the week before last? MVP being was it Garrett? Myles Garrett.
Could be. He's definitely going to be Defensive Player of the Year.
Right. I mean,
although T.J. Watt's giving a run for the money, but I still think it's Myles Garrett in my book.
Yeah, I think the way that Cleveland's defense is playing is the thing. And like we talked about San Francisco being a good defense, but collectively, right? I mean,
they're collectively a good defense.
Yeah, I'm not saying that the individuals are great, but collectively, they're absolutely scared.
I mean, but that's what it's going to take, though.
Yeah, I mean, it is. But when we talk about individual awards, that's the thing. It's like, how does this stack up? How does that stack up? But I think it's cool. I think those guys are just, Cleveland, San Francisco, two scary defenses in my opinion. Pittsburgh, I don't really know what to think about Pittsburgh. I mean, right now they're just not Cincinnati. Yeah. I don't think that they're going to make too much noise.
They don't do enough on offense.
Yeah.
Like their offenses last week looked horrible. They couldn't do anything.
They fired their offense coordinator.
They did.
Yes, they fired their offense coordinator, and then so yeah, I think they said the running back coach is going to be the new OC. It was the interim OC for I guess for the rest of the season. So apparently Najee Harris was not happy with the way things are going.
No, he couldn't get going at all. Like he hasn't really done much this season.
Yeah, I mean, because the thing is like I said, I have Warren in a league, and
he went nuts.
Yeah, not actually doing my homework a couple of weeks. I was like, I forgot. Like I set my lineup and then I turn on the games, and I'm like, Najee Harris. I was like, oh my goodness, why did I start Warren? But it's been fine. Yeah, it's been good. And the thing is that they're splitting snaps like 50-50. I mean, it's pretty even. But Warren has more big play ability, is what it seems like.
It seems like it, yeah. Because he had 100-some yards this past week. And Najee barely got over 40, 50.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he wasn't doing anything, and they had, like I said, Well, actually, I believe this week Harris had more snaps than Warren did. Actually. But then there is our division, the AFC South. And
Houston's winning it.
I think Houston's going to go ahead and win it. I mean, Jacksonville is, of course, leading right now.
I'm still on the Houston train. Yeah.
Houston. And next week is going to, I think, this coming week, or however you want to say it, they play each other this coming week. It's going to be a really good game. I'm looking forward to it. So that's going to be a good one. I'm definitely watching. I'm gonna actually sit down and watch that game, even if it's at 1 o'clock and the Titans are playing. Say it again.
Which game you said?
It's Jacksonville and Houston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jacksonville.
Houston wins. Take the lead in the division.
They do. That's right. Because they own the tiebreaker. That's right. And then Big O's division, the AFC West, Kansas City Denver, the Raiders, and then the Chargers. And so,
Kansas City keeps dropping balls like they were. Broncos could sneak up on them.
Yeah, the Broncos.
Broncos, yeah.
The
They're quietly getting better.
Yeah, they are. They really are. It's uncanny to me. And I mean,
defense is playing good.
You know, speaking of the Denver Broncos, I have Jerry Jeudy on one of my teams, and I think I started him 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks of the season, and I've had him sitting on my bench the entire time, the rest of the time. I can never play like I can't ever trust that I can play Jerry Jeudy. So here's the question:
I wouldn't either.
Do I just drop? I mean, he's sitting there. He's always there.
Well, give him up.
That's the question. That's the question. So let me see. I'm gonna.
What else is out there?
Well, here's the thing. This is the league. So at wide receiver, who I have Jordan Addison and Johnson, Pittsburgh. And then I also have DJ Moore. Now, those are the guys that I started. Those are the guys I started last week. But on my bench, I have Jerry Jeudy, Christian Kirk, who needs to be in my starting lineup. He does. And then, and I had Noah Brown. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So literally,
good game.
I have kept DJ Moore, Addison, and when Johnson got back, I threw him in the starting lineup, and it's been like those are the guys, just those are the guys. And when I had one of them on bye, I threw a running back in at flex as opposed to a wide receiver. I have not started. I don't think that I started Christian Kirk. I think I'm gonna have to start him this week. But yeah, I just don't. It's just odd to me. It's not odd. It's I mean, like I said, Big O, you say give up Jerry Jeudy, but I'm like I don't know what to get to replace him. I mean, I'm gonna look.
You're not using him.
Like
somebody
right now,
else could use them.
Well, that's the point too. I don't want nobody else to use them.
Is anybody else out there though?
But here's
like if you're not trading them,
right? Yeah. So here's wide receivers that are on the waiver in order. I got Drake London, Rashid Shaheed, Odell Beckham Jr. Is it Jordan Reed? Is that his name or his name Joshua? Smith and Jigma. Mingo down in Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Dobbs, Green Bay. Dotson, and Zay Jones. I mean, I could keep going, but you understand. And then Zay Jones. I mean, none of these guys. I
picked up Odell Beckham.
See,
Beckham or the I forgot his name. You just said from New Orleans, Shaheed.
Now, I've had Shaheed, and Shaheed may pay dividends. But like, even if I'm looking at running backs, that the one running back, you know what? Maybe the Carbonet, the Seattle's running back. He was the backup, but he's now the starter because Kenneth Walker III is hurt, and I don't know when he's coming back. Yeah, Kenneth Walker III is hurt. So
I have him in one of my leagues.
Yeah, Carbonet is going to actually start next week. He's literally going to start. He's a rookie too. And I actually drafted him in one league. And I honestly hate that I gave him up because I dropped him. I forgot who I picked up instead, but I dropped him because early on, he wasn't playing. But now he seems to be playing a whole lot more. What's that?
Because you are scared to gamble.
Dude, you're right. You're right. I need sure things. I need sure things.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't got to stick forever. You're going to have to try. You're going to be stuck in the same old pattern again.
Yeah.
If you do go out there, I would take like Rashid, like you said, Odell's a good look.
I'd pick him up.
Those are probably the top two.
Let's see, in this league, who do I, and I have
nothing else to really pick from, so.
Well, actually, you know what? That's actually not bad because the reason, one of the reasons I hadn't picked up any other Baltimore receivers or players, period, is that I have Lamar Jackson in that league and I have Mark Andrews. I don't want to have three guys from the same team, you know, in the league. So I couldn't get him because Beckham. I think it's funny. Beckham has been available in this league for a minute. I mean, nobody's picking him up.
He was available in our league for a minute. Nobody picked him up, and I was like, well, let me go ahead and get him.
You slide in.
But I mean, I ain't had no other choice, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a lot out there. Like even the kid from Buffalo, Shakir, I think that's how we say his name.
I got him too.
Right. I mean, like I said, I picked him up the other week, but the thing is that I'm sitting there thinking, okay, the people who make these, you know, do this professionally, whatever, have marked him up. So I know Diggs is number one easy, and it was usually is this Gabe or
right, yeah. Gabe,
number two.
It's number 13. I can see his jersey. Yeah, just I can't think of his. So I know you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is that I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe, because I hadn't heard much from him this year. So I was like, well, maybe this guy Shakir is good. That's why I went ahead and picked him up. I was like, all right, fine. Like the other guy, I'm just waiting. I'm sitting and waiting. And waiting. He got a touchdown this week. Is Williams from Detroit. Like I drafted him too.
Oh yeah.
Like I drafted him. I was like, he started the game. He was a 3-game suspension, a 6-week suspension, something crazy like that. But I was like, this guy's going to be special. And I drafted him, and I actually drafted him in your league, which means I basically have no bench, like nothing. I knew that I was going to hold on to this guy for like 6 weeks before he could do anything, and now he is literally just sitting at the end of my bench. And he got a touchdown this week because I watch him. I'm trying to monitor what's going on with him. But he's another one.
You're just going to let him sit there. He's not going to use him.
Well, you're right. But the thing is that because the thing was that I almost dropped him Thursday night when I knew I needed a tight end.
Now we know who be holding on to players, just holding them.
Well, guess what? I hold on to good ones. Or people I think
that's what I'm saying.
The problem is I don't play it because I mean, look, just remember earlier we were talking about it. I got Brock Purdy sitting on my bench, like I mean, it's crazy, and I'm like, dude, but I can't believe. Well, I can't believe that nobody's willing to trade for him. I can believe that because the thing is that people are looking at they don't want to trade. They have to give up something to trade. So it's like, look, if he's sitting on my bench, nobody else is playing him, and I got Lamar, so they're like, well, he's not going to play him either. So he's just taking up a roster spot, and I'm basically protecting everybody else by having him sit on my bench.
Yeah, I don't know how you figure that.
Overthinking the situation.
Gotta put on your coach's hat someday.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, I didn't even think about that. I got Taysom Hill. This is going to be actually pretty good. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and let me make that move right now. Pretty good. There we go. And I'm going to start Christian Kirk.
Over who?
You know, I'm looking at Johnson. Deontay Johnson. I'm thinking that I will play Christian Kirk. So Deontay Johnson is up against Cincinnati's defense this week with Pickett. Is Pickett still Pickett is the quarterback for Pittsburgh.
Yep.
And then
Unless he gets benched.
Christian Kirk is going against Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Houston's defense, and of course, Lawrence is his quarterback. Now he was when they were playing Tennessee. Tennessee secondary is horrible. It just is. It's horrible. But they were going to Ridley all the time. I mean, it was the Ridley show. Now, when he needed a critical first down or something like that, they would throw it to Kirk. But all the big plays went to Ridley. So I don't know. Speaking of, I'm okay. I'm gonna take your advice, Big O. I'm gonna take your advice. I'm gonna roll the dice, and I'm gonna play Christian Kirk this week. And I'm sitting Deontay Johnson. I watched Deontay Johnson go off this week, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna set it right now. I'm gonna do it right now. Just make that move. Christian Kirk. I don't think I've played Christian Kirk this whole season, but I'm gonna start Christian Kirk.
Really? Not even the beginning?
I don't. Well, who did I had? I had bigger name guys earlier in the season,
Okay.
and then I got just beat up with injuries. I don't even remember who it was that I had earlier. But let's see. Let me save that. Let me make sure I save it because ESPN makes you save. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I have better guys. So that's it. I'm rolling the dice on that. I'm definitely looking for. We had a Friday night game this week. Let me look at the schedule. Let's look at the schedule. Week 12.
The Jets and somebody.
Yeah, the Jets and Miami. The Jets and Miami play on Friday. So on Turkey Day, we get the classic game. So we got Green Bay and Detroit. We got and okay, so Green Bay and Detroit, that's a Detroit win. We all know that, right? That's everybody agree. Detroit's gonna beat Green Bay. Dallas versus Washington. Dallas
should win.
Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas should win.
Should win, but Washington likes to play football sometimes.
Yes, they did. They did last week. They beat by the Giants.
They should have beat the Giants.
Yes, they should have. And I have the Commanders defense. And I'm like, they're playing the Giants? Why not?
Easy win.
Yeah.
Nope.
We'll get some points there. San Francisco, Seattle. San Francisco, right?
Should be San Francisco.
Yeah.
Gino's hurt too.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, Gino's hurt.
So Gino's hurt and Walker's hurt.
And Walker's hurt.
San
So
Francisco.
that's San Francisco. Miami and the Jets. And honestly, I feel like that's going to actually be a close game.
Only because of Jets defense.
Because of the Jets defense. Yes, absolutely.
That would be the only reason.
That's the only reason. And did they? They're benching Zach Wilson. Wilson is not going to be the starting quarterback next week for the Jets.
So who is though?
Hold up, let's look. Let me look. Let me click on that.
Yeah, I did hear they were benching him, but I forgot who they said. I don't even know who else they have.
Tim Boyle. Tim Boyle is going to start for them on Friday. That's interesting. So
I might keep Miami's defense.
Yeah, I was going to say I think I have Miami's defense somewhere. Like I think
I don't have their defense, but I believe they'll win.
You think the Jets will win?
No, Miami.
Miami, yes. Yeah. I'm thinking given that, I think that's a Miami win. I thought that it would be and it still may be close, but I would definitely go with Miami there. And then on Sunday, we got New Orleans versus Atlanta. That's the division.
That's a
game.
toss up.
Yeah,
I would go with New Orleans.
Go with New Orleans. Yeah, that's yeah. You know what? To me,
especially since Atlanta's going back to Ritter, I think.
Are they really? Wow.
Yeah, I think so.
That's interesting. But yeah, I agree. I think New Orleans wins that one. Then we got Pittsburgh versus Cincinnati. What do we think of that? Burrow is done for the season. Pittsburgh.
I say Pittsburgh just because of the defense.
They're not playing good ball, so
that
could be.
I'll say they win just because of their defense. That and plus, most times when there's a coaching change, the team always does better the first game after. Yeah. So I'll say Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, okay. Big O, you said Pittsburgh
shows out. That helps. So.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my game. Of course, Carolina at Tennessee. quite honestly, I have no idea. As the Titans emblem appears over my head, right there.
Bryce Young is finally going to go off, and he's going to stomp the Tennessee Titans.
Ooh, you know what? That's definitely with
I'm not going to say that. I'm going to give Tennessee that. Well, that is I don't want to, but I'm going to give it to them.
I don't get me wrong. I do believe Tennessee's going to win. I think it's going to be the Derrick Henry show. I think he's going to have one of his 200-yard games or something like that.
I got that quarterback, so I better pick Tennessee.
I mean, I wouldn't mind. I have D-Hop in one of my leagues, so.
Yeah. So, but I think it's definitely going to be an interesting game. Tampa Bay at Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Come on down.
This is going to be the Minshew show.
What is it going to be?
Nah, it's actually going to be the Jonathan Taylor show. Taylor and Zach Moss, they're just going to run all over him.
Run it. The Tampa Bay is an interesting team, you know, because
the defense is actually pretty decent.
Yeah, they were holding it down with San Francisco for a minute, I guess. But,
what, Tampa Bay?
Yeah, Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, I think the game's a coin flip. Honestly.
Yeah, it just depends on which Gardner Minshew decides to show up.
Exactly.
If he doesn't turn the ball over 4 times, then I think we win.
Mighty big if.
He's either hot or cold. He's one way. He's either on point, just moving the ball up and down the field, or he's the other guy that has 4 or 5 turnovers in a game, and we still lose by 1 score. I don't know how they do that,
but then we got New England versus New York.
New England and New York. You might as well just say New York.
Giants.
The Giants.
So the Patriots and the Giants.
The Patriots ain't
that's another coin toss.
It's a coin toss game.
Right.
I think so too. It's a coin toss game. And when you know what? See, the thing is that now. So I'm looking at this, and this is one of those games. It's like you look at it and you say, who has any of these players on their fantasy team?
Like, other than Barkley.
Other than Barkley, I don't have Barkley actually, but I mean, I don't. You know, it's like I don't even need to turn that game on at all, fantasy wise.
Giants will win though.
Jacksonville, Houston.
I'll say Giants.
Giants, you say Giants?
Jacksonville, I'll say Giants just because I think New England's tanking. They're trying to get a quarterback.
That's a good one. I like it. And don't get me wrong, I guess that's true because if you think about it, Saquon Barkley, he just wants to be like boom, 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 and they'll just keep dumping it off to him until they run him into the ground. Jacksonville, Houston, I do believe probably game of the week for me. You know, I think these guys. It's going to be a good game. I just think it's going to be a really good game. And don't get me wrong, game of the week for me because it's in our division, but. I
think it's just one of the better games, period, this week.
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
But
Jacksonville, yeah.
I'm taking Houston.
Honestly, I think I'm leaning toward Jacksonville.
I'm taking Houston.
But I think what I do believe is that it's going to be a high scoring game. I think that's the thing. I think it's gonna be a lot of points scored in that game.
I don't think so.
You don't think so, really?
I don't think so.
I don't think with Trevor Lawrence and C.J. Stroud just.
So when you saying high, you saying more than 21 or less than 21?
Well, I'm saying more than 21.
Each? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like overall, I'm thinking like 42 plus.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The thing is that Houston doesn't run the ball at all. So they are airing the ball out the whole time. And
Yeah, for the most part.
Trevor
Although
Lawrence,
I think they actually did run the ball.
with Travis Etienne and Trevor Lawrence is passing the ball to Travis. He's passing the ball to him. He's handing it off to him, and that dude is doing crazy things with the ball.
Everything.
And then, like you say, you still have Ridley and Christian Kirk, and then they have the tight end. I mean, they got weapons. They literally have weapons. And now Trevor Lawrence is trying to start running the ball. So
yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking Jacksonville, but what the thing with Houston is that Houston to me is one of these. They don't need to hold the ball long to score. It's just like these huge plays. It's just and so that's why I do. I think 42 plus. I don't know what the over under is for that game, but pick the over. I mean, just pick the over. I think there's gonna be a lot of points scored in that game. And I know. Let's see. Cleveland and Denver. Denver's hot. Denver's hot. Cleveland's got the defense though.
Yeah, I'm saying Cleveland.
See, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll say Cleveland.
Will you? Here's the
I'll say
thing.
Cleveland.
Denver's defense is that bad. Now remember, Cleveland is starting. They have their rookie quarterback, and
right.
And he looked good. Don't get me wrong. He looked good, and he does. He's got Cooper, and he's got Njoku, and they got is Ford playing? I don't know if Ford is hurt or not.
I think he's playing. He's playing unless he got hurt this past game. He's playing. But they also still have Hunt.
Yeah, they do. Neither one of them have a designation. So Jerome Ford and Kareem Hunt. So, but I think Denver's defense has been playing a bit better.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a.
But I need Denver to lose.
It's your division. See, there you go. That's the whole deal, right? That's your division. You need them to win. But I think, to be honest, I think I'm picking Denver. Actually, I think it will be low scoring, but I think I think I'll go with Denver on this one. And that's against because I got Cleveland's defense and I'm gonna play them, but I think I will.
Yeah, it's gonna be a low scoring game. So we should be okay.
I picked Denver with that one because it's gonna be some sacks. Oh, they gonna get to Russell Wilson for sure. Because Russell, the thing is, Russell Wilson like to run around, and sometimes Russell just holds on to the ball a little bit too.
He will not throw that ball away for nothing. Exactly. He just holds the ball for some reason.
Hold on to it. So we got the Rams and the Cardinals. The Rams and Cardinals. Kyler Murray. You know what? I'm picking the Cardinals.
Bloop.
Yeah, Kyler Murray looks good to me.
Stafford does.
Yeah, I'm picking the Cardinals there. Big O.
That's a toss-up with me, too.
That's a toss-up.
Kansas City and the Raiders. Kansas City and the Raiders.
We need this win.
I know you need it.
You need the win.
I don't care if we get by 3 points. We need this win.
You need to win, but will you win?
Yeah, we're gonna win this one. We just lost. We're coming off a loss too, so.
Kansas City coming off a loss.
No.
Kansas City coming off a loss an embarrassing loss, in my opinion. They got drop balls all over the place. Everybody talking about the fact that they ain't got it together. And then they going into Las Vegas. It's a 4:25 game, so it's not a night game or anything. But man, I don't know, man. I think, like you said, you need that win. I don't know that you get it.
Yeah,
I don't know. Okay, so then we got you betting on your boys, right? I mean, it's the same thing. I get it. I understand. I'm sitting, like I said, I'm sitting in front of the TV every time the Titans lace it up, and then and every now and then my son had to look at him and be like, "Is he all right?" He's sitting in there just quiet and there's nothing going on. Is he okay? Then we got Buffalo and Philadelphia. I'm picking Philadelphia. Like I said, we talked about it earlier. Philadelphia, they just finding ways to win. I don't necessarily. It's like there's a part of me who doesn't trust them, but I can't pick against them, especially not against Buffalo.
Yeah.
Not yet. Anyway, you got to wait to the playoffs.
Yes, I feel
they're gonna win out the rest of the season, but when it comes to the playoffs, they're gonna flop.
You think they're gonna finish the season with one loss? You don't think they're gonna lose again? That's interesting. We talk about that next week. We'll look at the schedule. Look at people's schedule next week. Baltimore and the Chargers. I'm going Baltimore.
I'm going Baltimore too.
Yeah, Baltimore. I'd say Baltimore.
Yeah.
Just because of their defense.
Defense, yep.
Yeah. I feel Herbert is due to have a great game, but this may not be it.
Right. And then on Monday night, Chicago, Minnesota. Right?
Where are they playing at?
They're playing in Minnesota.
It's
a division game.
It's going to be cold regardless.
Division game.
Well, in Minnesota, they're indoors. In Minnesota.
They're indoors.
Yeah, they're indoors in Minnesota.
Chicago.
But here's the other thing. Chicago's tanking, right? I mean, really and truly. They're not saying that they're tanking, but aren't they really? I mean, I know that Justin Fields is not tanking, but
yeah, he's got something to prove.
Yeah, I feel like Chicago is. I mean, they look. Chicago has their first round pick, and they had Carolina, which could literally be 1-2. Imagine having the first and second pick in the draft. That's crazy. So you get the first and second pick. So you take Caleb and who's the wide receiver?
Harrison.
Harrison. Yes, Harrison Jr. You should say them both. It's like, look, we're not going to even say the order. These are the two guys. Call them both up there together, and we just go put the jerseys on. I mean, and I know they got to do the 1-2 thing, but I mean, you get the first and second pick in the draft, and then you pick your duo for the next 10 years, right? I mean, wouldn't you do it? I mean, in Chicago, but the question is will.
So you're saying Fields is done then?
I think he's done. I think that I think Chicago's done with Fields. I think that I don't think he's done. I do not believe that he's done. I think he's going to go somewhere. And don't get me wrong, he could end up in a Jets uniform. And he might be all right. No. He'll be a backup. He'll back up Aaron Rodgers for a while.
He's going to Atlanta. If he goes, he's going to Atlanta.
You think he's going to Atlanta?
Probably should if he leaves.
Atlanta be a nice spot. But and the thing is I think in Atlanta he'd be good. I think Fields is good. I just feel like it's just something going on in Chicago that's not right for him. But I don't think he's done, but I think Chicago is done with him.
I think that was my cue. When my phone started dying.
Well, you know what? I didn't go through all the games this week. we didn't go through all the games. We can back it out. We can have a happy Thanksgiving, and Big O, I know you got to do a lot of work, but I'll see you in a few days anyway, in person. I mean, we could just call it there. Unless anybody got anything else. Anybody got anything else? Going once, going twice.
Fine.
So
Sold.
yeah. So let me cue up my guy here. But he say Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Even though
Happy Turkey Day.
yeah,
Happy holiday.
yeah, happy holiday. It is
Turkey Day. You big
You want to be
turkey.
PC about it.
Yeah, well, not necessarily even that. I don't want to start something, but I mean, I had this conversation. I started this conversation about the fact that no one else in the world celebrates Thanksgiving and what Thanksgiving literally, really and truly represents. But like I said, I could talk for another hour. I really could, but I won't. Happy holidays.
If I had
Eat
some
a lot.
food, listen.
Yeah, I
Man.
was gonna say,
Food.
eat a lot and enjoy yourself, and then do like me and join the gym and go work out before Christmas. So I will see you all later. Peace out.
Yes, sir. Peace
All right.
out.
Peace out.
Yeah.